Okay, extend the legs. Why are we talking about shopping? Extend the legs, feet up, and then just relax. It's so hard to relax the ankles. You can feel it. You can feel the tension where you want to pull that foot up. So if you bring the foot back a little bit, then it'll fall a little bit more. If it's way out, right, it's going to pull up. So just find that place where the whole leg can fall. You can let it fall. Yeah, let the toes fall. Let the toes down. So your toes are curled up. So if toes are curled up, you might have to, you might have to force them down to get that stretch. And then, I know for the women, especially if you were working office and you wore heels, like, I'd lay bets that at least 80% of you, if I say show me your feet, all your big toes are like this, Sometimes a small toe. Yeah. Right? The big toes are pushed over. I think my girlfriend is like that, and then as you get, wow, that's from heels, yeah. So, if you did traction on that for the whole year, you could probably correct it, but then that toe would be like probably half an inch longer. Traction pulling, yeah. So you're forcing that. You're forcing it into heels, for years, for decades, and then even though you retire or you change, right? It's already the muscle has changed, right? So nobody's going to stand there and pull your toe, for you all day long to recorrect it. Yeah. So I see the women. And some of them, when I treat them, right, there's all kinds of things you can buy, right, in between spacers. My Parkinson patient had that, spacers and things. For the hands, I don't know if they're for the feet. I know for the hands, they have. Can you imagine, like, just kind of like a skeleton wire glove that it has wires on the back, right, that pull it back this way to help straighten it out. And, all kind of this is more because for the person it's like this, so it does help to straighten. So if the goal is to keep it from curling, so so kind of a yes and no for arthritis, because you want it opening the joint, not just pulling back. But if it is curling, it might, like, even this one was stupidity though. that was like 18-year-old stupidity. But the arthritis, it's going crooked, right? Because the calcification is pushing the joint in one direction. So our teacher used to talk about smashing, right? You'd see them just getting in and smashing to try and break up the calcification from there. You wait long time, but if you were to do it every day to help kind of keep it clean, possibly you could do that. But arthritis is interesting because some of it is just inflammation. So if it's inflaming from inside out, how do you smash that, right? You could kind of compress it, I guess. If it's the calcification, you're keeping it clean and polishing and such.
It doesn't bother you if you don't touch it. If I touch it, oh my God.
Yeah.
But lucky I'm left-handed, so it's on the right hand.
But it's what we do is we ignore the pain, or the lack of pain. So over time, it just gets worse and worse. So.
Yeah.
Was it whose walk? Was it your walker last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things we did is, and I should probably be more aware. When you have the walkers, you don't see anybody standing up straight with walkers, right? Even canes, right? So, and I've had this discussion at other places before, because you're pushing forward. So all the walkers, everything can be adjusted. Height, Yeah. So you want it as upright as possible. But yeah, they all tend to be down.
But already I'm uncomfortable.
But that's good. That's going to make it worse. Yeah.
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 But I try to remember the
You have to equipment. Yeah. You really have to be proactive about maintaining the equipment yourself, or forcing somebody else to check it. Yeah. And asking is what's the best height, what's going to happen, what's the best options. Yeah, you really have to check those things. Okay. Oh, and I was talking to a lady yesterday. I took my mom out and I ran into somebody we know. And compression socks, yeah, if you folks aren't wearing compression socks, you consider them, especially if your legs are swelling. And we have a guy, he lives like 3 houses down from us in Aina. If you go to Long's and you look where the compression socks are, there's one called Island something. So that's a locally sourced one. So it's this guy who lives like 3 houses down, and his impetus for designing his own compression socks was he lost his sister. And he discovered later that if she had been wearing compression socks, right, the odds of her surviving would have gone up so much. So he researched it, came up with a design, and outsourced it. He has it at some factory in China. So every so often I see him loading and unloading. I think he and his friends do delivery himself. And his
for diabetes,
for anything where the legs are basically swollen. Yeah. And if you look at your blood pressure, your heart, you have to get the fluid pumped up. Yeah, from there. So the thing with his is they're closed toe, but he told me his you can cut. If you need open toe, you can cut it and it won't unravel. Where some of them, right, the material will unravel. He said his is the material is you can cut it and won't unravel. Yeah. So I just mentioned it, right, because he's a local vendor. But yeah, he did put time in to make a quality thing because he lost his sister. I think he said it was like an airplane. She suffered stroke or heart attack. Yeah. Yeah. So if she had, yeah. Yeah, deep vein thrombosis. Yeah. So there's all kinds of things. Yeah. For this woman yesterday, she told me they're looking at surgery and the doctor won't touch her because she has blood clots. Yeah. So he said, we will not do surgery on her. I forgot what kind of surgery it was. She fractured some ribs or something, or hip or something. Anyway. and it's fall prevention campaign. Might as well remind you about that. So you're starting to see some public service announcements from the state. Yeah. Yeah. So it is fall prevention time. Okay. What's today? July 6th. Yeah. I had to think, yeah. Tuesday was July 4th. So I'm like my granddaughter. It's like 4, Tuesday, 5, 6. I was teasing my granddaughter because she goes to Kumon. And the director said, "Oh, we're going to advance her to next level, whatever the name." I just smile like, "Oh yeah." I don't say I'm teacher, right? Elementary teacher. Oh yeah, okay. But she has to memorize. She's still counting because Kumon is about rote memory. Yeah? So flashcards is good. So yesterday I looked at her and said, 1 + 1. And she goes, "What?" I said, "Oh no." I couldn't hear you. Stop that. I couldn't hear you. Oh no. Then I said, 10 + 2. She said, "What?" Oh no. You know what? It's not a number. At least if you gave a wrong number, but you gave a word. Stop that, Gung. Okay, breathe in from the earth. Yeah, let the foot fall. Yeah. Relax the ankles. And feel the top of the head being suspended from above. Feel the fingertips being pulled outwards, like something else pulling on the fingertips. and flow the chi up inside the bone. Stimulate the bone marrow. Stimulate the blood production. Stimulate the bone production. And come up from the side. Right? And just imagine you're looking way out at the horizon, or at the mountaintop. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Nice deep breath. Relax the throat, relax the chest. Feel the lower belly expand. And relax the shoulder blade, but feel the fingertips extending. Scooping down. Imagine filling up the whole body. Deep breath. Exhale, squeeze. Slowly release. Fill up all the bones like you're saturating all the bones with blood, with energy, and squeeze it out and slowly let go. And focus on the ligaments and tendons, the twisting, wrapping. Slowly let it go. Bring everything back to center. Relax as much as you can. And bring one leg back at a time. And put your mind in the hip joint. And put your mind in the other hip joint. Okay, so we've been playing with energy, right? So, kind of 4 stages. And I'm seeing that there's these 4 stages. So first is form, right? So if everything has to be in the correct place, right? Otherwise it's not efficient, it's going to be difficult, you're going to be struggling. So form, just like building a house, right? If the form's not good, oh, got to put more braces when the wind blows. Oh my goodness, right? You know, all kinds of problems, right? So the structure, the basic form, you want it as perfect as you understand it, right? And if you don't understand it, ask. YouTube, Google, find out. Okay? And then we have to put some energy in it, right? So then we have to flex our muscles to kind of set everything in place. But you don't want to be in this constant state of flex like this. Because when you flex, you feel strong, right? Nobody else feels that strength. And you feel strong because you're locking that strength in you. So you feel strong, but you can't do anything but this, right? Yeah. If you went up to a bodybuilding competition, right? We still have Paradise Cup, right? And at the end where they're all up, they all at the end, right? They all have to come up and they're all posing and they're all flexing, right? It's that free for all and they're trying to jockey, right? And while they're doing that, you came up and said, "Hey, can you hold this for me? Can you sign an autograph?" They'd be like, "Don't bother me." Because all the strength is locked in your body. And they're sweating, right? They're tired. That's a tremendous amount of energy they're putting out without releasing, without going anywhere. Okay? But we have to set it in place. So, right, you make the house, you make the structure, and then you set your foundation, right? You put your concrete, everything's solid, right? And then you got to relax. Anything over that is overkill, right? So you have to flex and set it in place, and then you have to expand, right? So you have to allow it to expand, and then that's the third part. And then the last stage is you have to imagine something else pulling on you. Right? So every day you try to remember, find some time. Oh yeah, I have to have that imagination. Right? Here's my form. Right? Set it in place. Feel the muscles expanding, and then relax. And then feel like there's cables pulling, and I can totally relax and let those cables pull on my fingertips. Right? And just intent. Right? And sit nice and straight. Let everything drop in place. Relax. And just that feeling like something else is pulling on you. Okay? So, huh?
Feel like needles.
Yeah. Yeah. So if something else is pulling, you just relax, right? You just let it drag you. The more you practice the imagination, the more you're going to get it. And then you're going to find, as soon as you think something else pulling, you're going to feel everything relax a little bit. Right? Logic tells you you're still doing it, but just the intent that something else is pulling you allows you to relax even more. So Sung is number one, relax is number one. Right? So form, still got to learn form. Have to relax as much as possible. If something else is doing all the work for you, you can get pretty close to 100% Sung. Right? And then heart is number one. So you generate that energy from the heart. So the sun in the chest, feed it from the sun in the sky. Right? So those are my three big things. I don't know if, maybe next week I'll add something else. I'll change it depending on what I discover. Okay, so fingertips can be pulling. If the palm is going up and down, right? If the energy is coming out of the palm, then the palms can be being pulled, right? Forward or down or up, right? The feet, if you're pointing like this, right? If we're kicking toe kick or stretching and it's out, then the toes are being pulled. But if the feet, most of the time our feet are on the ground, so then the bottom of the foot is being pulled down, like suction. Yeah. So you don't know what that feels like. Go get a vacuum hose. Turn it on, stick it to your palm, and then pull the whole, relax the side it's stuck to, right? And then just pull. Or feel that suction being pulled, right? Or go give your partner a hiki. On the hand. Oh, we have minors here, sorry. What is that, hiki? Muffler burn. Oh, it reminds me of Kauai. Oh, I won't go there. Not me. Kauai girls and Kauai boys. Wow, I've never seen so many muffler burns until I met people from Kauai. Like, wow. Yeah, no shame. Yeah, they just at McDonald's.
Wow.
What you staring at? Oh, sorry. Hands up one more time. So setting the form is being comfortable, suspending from above, and something else pulling you, relax the spine. The chin's going to tilt down from the head being pulled up and pull the head back. Okay. Turn the palms, right? Extend, and then something else that's pulling the fingers out. Relax the breath, sink the breath down, feel the lower belly. Okay. And then pick it up, breathing in, extending, reaching. Then washing the face, turning and exhaling, tilt the sternum up. Right after that right angle, you can feel the whole body connect. Fingers being pulled into the earth and turning. And finish your breath. And finish breathing in before you exhale. Finish exhaling before you breathe in. Like I said, light pause in between each breath. Just a relaxed pause. Breathe in, extend, reaching, washing the face, relaxing, tilting the sternum up. That full feeling right there. You can see everybody. Right, if you watch my arms, right, there's like not really any power right here, and right here it fills up. So if you watch from me, when I'm watching the room, I can feel the whole room just fill up right there. Right about there, right angle, and then boom, it just fills right up. Okay, number 2, one hand up, one hand down, extending the fingertips. Let the lower hand drop and relax. Upper hand, height of the eyes, breathing in. Finish the breath. And as you exhale, fingertips coming up from the elbow through the forearm and then back down. So stare at the palm first. You can stare at the fingertips. And then stare at the second finger, second line, second finger. And let the other hand just drop to the side, outside of the knee. Just feel the warmth of the palm as it washes through the forearm. Just lower the other hand so it's outside of the knee. And then stare in between the fingers. You can stare out at the horizon or the mountaintop. Feel the fingertips being pulled upwards or pulled downwards, whatever direction they're facing. Come back to center in front of the throat. Relax your voice. And down. And finish the move. Finish the move. So if you're still doing the move, don't rush to catch up with us. Just finish the move. That's more important. Not important to do it exactly with me. Not important to do it exactly the way I do it. Right? It's important you finish the breath. Relax, breathe in. Finish the breath. Relax, exhale. Right? When we do it consciously, right, it's hard to breathe because it's not natural, right? We're consciously forcing a timing. But right at the end, you can relax and let everything relax, and then, right, that exhale naturally comes out, and then you force it out, relaxing, and then you wait long enough and you relax it, you're going to have to breathe. Because, like I said, I always wonder, when you're not thinking about it, how come we don't worry about breathing? Right? We just breathe, right? So actually when we do directed breathing, it's good training, but you can't be 100% relaxed because you're directing it, right? You're controlling it. Control. You have to let go of control. All right, what are we doing? Oh, shoulders. Okay, so fold at the elbows. Put your mind on your shoulder blades and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Try to make them touch and then pull them up and over and turn the palms. And pull them forward and down. Fingertips extended, feet being pulled into the earth. Top of the head suspended. Feel the shoulder blades opening and stretching. Fold the elbows, squeeze. You gotta copy those contortionists up in Vegas. It looks like the shoulder blades going to totally disconnect. Ever see those guys? They make themselves look like spiders, right? It's so freaky. They come on I said, America's Got Talent and stuff. But that's what you want to do. You want your shoulder blades to stretch and stick up. So put your mind on the lower inside corner of each shoulder blade. All the way down, relax, and then do one side. The other palm is still facing into the earth. You want to keep that constant stretch. Let the body turn, let the head turn. Now, I know I'm going to have to wear a white jacket up here. I blend right into the background, You're going to have dreams tonight. Like, hey, I was dreaming that golden plover was flying and moving. I had to do the video check, and I'm like, I can't see myself. All the way down. Relax and do the other side. Yeah, really pay attention to under the shoulder blade. What's happening under the shoulder blade. Yeah. Yeah, let the elbow fold, squeeze. And then come forward. And it feels different if you're pulling the top of the shoulder versus the shoulder blade. Right? There's a different feel to it. Yeah, I'm trying to get Stan Michaels to come out and contact Mahialani. So he's the state fall prevention specialist in the Department of Health. Yeah, relax. They're actually under the EMS, the emergency management. Yeah, so emergency management is actually a lot bigger. Yeah, it's a lot bigger than you imagine. Yeah, we just think of the ambulances, but there's all these other small little offices within it. Okay, slow it down. And same thing. Extend the fingertips. Imagine something else dragging the fingertips up and creating these circles for you. Top of the head suspended. The feet sinking into the earth and then being pulled into the earth. Yes. So we're expanding in 3 different directions. And then start to turn. Yeah. Keep the hands be pulled in the front, but the waist can turn, the body can turn. And you try to look straight ahead. If you look straight ahead, that means your neck is turning. Yeah. So stare straight. Just pick a spot right in front of you on the wall. And just stare right in front of you at the wall. Relax all the joints, relax all the muscle tissue. Something else is moving you. Something else suspending you. Something else pulling your feet into the earth. And breathe in and out. And relax. Okay, one hand up, one hand down. Hold the ball. And separate and put your mind on your shoulder blades. And the fingertips being pulled into the earth and being pulled into the sky. And feel the shoulder blades stretching. Yeah. You want the lower hand expanding into the earth too. Relax the hips. Take a deep breath and expand the spine and the rib cage. And exhale when you're ready. Elbow drop straight down. Feel the fingertips expanding and stretching as they pass through the pericardium. Remember, something else is pulling the fingertips up and down. Take a deep breath and relax. Relax the breath. Breathing in. And feel those cables pulling on the fingers. Finish the breath. And then just exhale when you're ready. Try to pass right in front of the heart to emphasize that heart energy. Just take your time. See if you can feel that energy of the palm passing through the forearm. One more time. And then we'll do our spirals. So turn the upper palm back and drop the elbow and turn the body. And the bottom hand washes the outside. You turn right at the heart. You turn and lift and fall. Breathe in and exhale, release. And then grab the spine and pull the spine. And then release the spine. So spring back to center. And then pull the spine. And then release the spine as you exhale. And then grab the spine and inhale. And then release the spine. The elbow comes straight down in the center. Just like doing an elbow bomb. right here, right? Bring the elbow right down in the center. And you're gonna bomb something right here. And then turn and twist, breathing in and release and exhale. And then grab the spine and release. And then grab the spine and then release. And grab the spine, breathe in and come back to center. Right in front of the heart. One open and close. Turn the palm up and down. Okay. Pull the spine. Feel the muscles grabbing and pulling the spine. And it releases. Releases, you spring back to center. And then you grab and pull the spine. Nice deep breath. And then release. And exhale. And then grab the spine and start breathing in. Release. One more time. Pull the spine. And come back to solar plex. And tilt the sternum up nice and tall. Eyes looking straight ahead. And out. And down. Okay. Press the feet into the earth. And sink into one hip. So one leg can come back. Relax the hands. Relax the hands. Relax the upper body while you do this.
Yes.
Okay. So just a little practice. This is where we play with that energy. So first we're going to pull. Imagine you're drawing that energy up from the earth. Just relax the legs. Totally relax the legs. Right? So you're pulling that piston, pulling that energy. And then you release it and guide it back down into the earth. Okay. And as you do that motion, listen to the bottom of your feet. Just totally relax them, not pressing, not pulling. And you might feel a little change. It might, I cannot hear. Okay, I'm on. Sorry, technical difficulties. Oh yes, there. Headphone block. Nothing?
Yeah, I think it's the body.
Oh. I don't think you're connected.
Seriously, they connected.
They cannot hear?
Or now?
Yeah. Check if the Bluetooth is connected.
No.
The Bluetooth isn't connected. That's how do we do that?
I'll double check maybe I'm offline. No one is on.
Oh, see, you're not connected. This one, right? The anchor.
Oh, no,
Yes.
I can hear you. I can hear you louder.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the anchor, yeah? Is that this?
It's gonna go.
Right?
Okay, this one. Okay.
Yeah, so that has to be connected and there. Okay, so now you can hear.
Okay, now.
Yeah, okay. Okay, gotta start all over again. Where were we? Wait, what did we just finish? Oh, the legs, around the legs. Oh, serious, I really forgot where we are. Okay, so pulling, yeah? So just relax and only the palms, right? Relax the wrist and drawing and pulling, like you're pulling that piston up. And as you pull, I can feel, when you pull a piston, it creates a vacuum, right? So you can feel that little resistance that you're pulling against. Yeah. So you pull it up and then just relax and gently guide it down. Right? And there's that little air resistance. You can't just force it down. One more time. Pulling, drawing. Relax the bottom of the feet and listen to it. See if there's a little change of pressure or sensation. Okay. And then the next one, like something else is pulling. Something else is pulling your hand from above. Right? So something else pulling and drawing your hand so you feel it on the top of your hand. And then it releases and it just falls. And again, something else pulling from the top of the hand. And it falls. So a subtle little change, that's intent. That's the E, right? So instead of thinking on the bottom, right, now you're thinking on the top. It creates a little change. Okay, so the next one, something pushing your hand up. Right? Could be a stick, could be water, could be air pressure, but something else is pushing your hand up, and then something's going to push your hand down. Okay? So something pushing your hand up, releases, and then it pushes your hand down. Yeah. Pushes your hand up, and pushes your hand down. Right? So that should be really relaxed. Right? Really relaxed, because now you're not doing any work, you're following. So everything lets go. Right? Again, pushing your hand up and pushing your hand down. Okay? So, right? So you pulling, something pushing, right? Something pulling, something pushing. So as the energy becomes, the intent becomes external, right? Something else, right? You just relax. And then if you start really playing with it, right? In the beginning is form, right? So in the beginning, okay, I'm only going to do this, or I'm only going to do this. But then as you start letting go and playing, then you're going to find you're just going to start switching, and the lines are going to be blurred, right? So if we do one hand up, one hand down, right? So if the down hand is pulling, only focus on down hand, right? The top hand will just fall. It's just like a tube connected, right? So you're creating that vacuum. You just let this fall, right? This pulls, and the other one falls. So part of it is, if you put 100% mind over here, right? There's nothing controlling here, so it'll just fall too. So there's a whole bunch of reasons. If you pump, the other hand will rise, because you're pumping that energy down, right? You're creating that compression. Right? And then somewhere in between, you're going to find yourself just kind of switching, where you start pulling, or maybe this side starts pumping, so this side lets go, right? It just starts going one into the other, right? It's like being in the ocean. If you go diving, right? One of the most irritating things about spearfishing, right? You go down and like, okay, the current's still, or I just got it in that direction, and you pull back that sling, and the current changes. That's nature, right? You don't know, it's unpredictable, and it's just going to adapt. So you start playing like this, just intent in the palms, right? Pulling and pushing, or being moved around, right? You let go, it's just going to start moving. Okay, and then again. So if you apply that to hula, okay, you think about it, you apply the same, right? You apply that to hula, you dance your best hula. Wow, how did you do that? I don't know. It's like something else was moving me, right? Why wait for that? Start practicing that intent, right? Something else is drawing my hand up. Something else pulling down. Right? And hula is wonderful because you have story, right? So easier to create that intent, right? What is that? What is that energy you're playing with? What is, right? That spirit, whatever it is. You let that control you. So you start teaching yourself. So when it just comes out natural, you don't think, you already created that form, right? So form is number one. So when you let go, you don't worry about the form. You're already practicing the energy. You're feeling that energy. You're playing with energy. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we add the feet. All right. So I'm not going to tell you to pull or press or, All right. So one foot up, stepping out and down, back foot up and down. Press that foot into the earth, sink into the hips, draw that leg up, and then press that foot into the earth, sink into the hips, press and switch. And don't worry about the hand. Don't worry about the hands syncing up with the leg. Just kind of whatever comes out. Right? So it doesn't have to look like mine. Feel the whole foot connecting with the earth, the toes, the heels. Pick the knee up as high as you comfortably can, right, without straining the upper body. And relax the arms. And come back to center. Hold the ball. Just drop one knee out and turn the opposite way. And feel the fingertips being pulled straight to the front of the room. And let the body turn. And then exhale. Drop the other knee. Fingertips being pulled straight to the front of the room. Relax the shoulders. Relax the elbows. Yeah. Okay, you can take a bigger step if you want. You want to warm up and open up the hips. Fingertips being pulled to the front. Release. One more time. Fingertips being pulled to the front of the room. Feel the fingertips expand and stretch. Come back to center. One open and close. Palms open. Wrist resting right on the hip. And then opposite hand and leg. Up. Breathe in and press the heel out. The standing foot is relaxed and sinking into the earth. Lift. Other side. Press the heel. Fingertips being pulled straight out to the front. Press the knee down and then lift. And stretch the back of the knee. Heel and knee and then pump the foot. Stretch the toe. And then turn the waist. Okay, allow the upper body to turn. Look straight ahead. Come back to center. Hold the ball. Relax both feet and press them on the earth. Sink them into the ground. Do one open and close. And sink into one leg. One hip joint so the other side releases. And angle, heel and toe. And you have to keep pressing, sinking into that other hip joint. And then this leg will release. And breathe. Breathe. Other side. Yeah, finish the movement. Make sure you finish the movement. Heel and toe. Yeah, press the foot and then sink into that hip joint. 100% into that hip joint. And the other leg will release. One more time, and then we're going to switch and do small toe, big toe. Yeah, make sure the other foot, the toes are reaching down. The head suspended. The fingertips being pulled up into the sky. Switching. Relax the shoulders. And center. Okay, open and close the hands, shake it out. Okay, pull the heels up, relax the hands, and just draw the heels up so the toes come in. Yeah. If you can get only on the big toe, or That's ideal. Stretch, expand. Yeah, relax the upper body. Okay, shake it. Alright, hands up. Loosen everything out, let everything stretch, expand, and let it fall back into place. Okay, extend the legs a little bit and then gently walk them back into place. Remember, just where they're just a little bit lifted, and you have to just press them down. And then expand, and then relax, and let something else pull the feet into the earth. Feel that suction pulling the feet into the earth. Okay, top of the head suspended. Relax the hips so the body can separate in both directions. And expand the fingertips, facing each other. Nice deep breath. Relax the throat, relax the chest. Sinking the air down just about 2 to 3 inches below the belly button in the center of your body. Take a deep breath. Let it all out. Take a second deep breath. Let it all out. Take a third deep breath. Let it all out. The eyes looking straight ahead. Breathe normally. And then when you're ready, in commencement, pick up your hands. Imagine you forming that ball of energy between the palms. And then you breathe in and pick up the hands. Waking up the chi. And bring it to your heart. Relax the shoulders. Number 2, rolling it out and down. Bringing it up into your body from the root all the way up. Imagine it rising up and out through the top of your head. And bring it back to your heart. One, open and close. Turn to your right, single whip. Turn and press. And then turn back and open. Palms flat and rising. Height of the eyes. And Wan Sau. Keep on turning while the right hand drops. Okay, one hand up, one hand down. While you're turning, the fingertips are being pulled upwards into the sky, stretching, expanding. Relax the shoulders, relax all the joints. Just let something else pull the fingertips up. Relax the hips and the legs. Feel the earth pulling your legs into the earth. Come back to the right side and then come back to center. Turn a little bit to the left while you spiral your hands back to the center. One, open and close. And then repeat on the left side. Turn and press. And then open, raising the palms, height of the face. Single. And then Wan Sau. Drop the left hand. And just breathe. Nice, slow, relaxed breath. Okay, eyes following the palm. You can follow the fingertip. You can follow the second finger. You can look in between the fingers out at the horizon. Come back to center. Turn a little bit to the right as you spiral back. Brushing the knee, right side. Pull the spine to the right. Pull the fingertips up. While you breathe in and then pull the fingertips forward. And turn, you tap the heart. And then expand your heart energy. Remember, the sun is feeding your heart. Turn. And then turn. Left hand slides up. The fingertips about height of shoulder. Right? This is Pipa. Play the Pipa. And then twist to the left. Right hand under. Then parry right and parry left. Let the palms wash through the forearms. Release the spine and then pull the spine to the right. And then breathe in and start to grab outside of the knee. Release the spine and spring back to center and then pull the spine to the left. And release the spine, spring back to center, wrist on wrist, drawing back, compressing, lift the sternum. Release, come back to the heart. One, open and close. And then repeat on the left side. Pull the spine to the left and pull the fingertips straight up. And then start pulling the fingertips to the center, to the heart. And expand that energy from your heart out through your palm. Turn a little bit more. And then release. Pull the spine to the left. Right hand starts to rise. Play the Pipa. Release and spring back to the right. Parry left or shooting palms. Parry right or shooting palms. As you release the spine, let it spring back to center. And then pull the spine to the left. And breathe in and start to grab. As you release the spine, the fist comes up. And pull the spine to the right. And as you release the spine, come back to center. Rolling back. Compress. Lift the sternum. And come back to the heart. Remember, connect to that sun in the sky, feeding your heart, feeding your sun. Left side. Breathing in. Feel the fingertips being pulled. And then release. And then that heart energy. And then release the spine. And then pull the spine to the left. And then release the spine. And then pull the spine to the left. And then release the spine and pull the palm straight up. Tuck the elbow in while you pull the spine to the left. And the fingertips being pulled outwards and the fingertips being dragged in a big circle. Come back to the heart. Double palm. Release and open. One, open and close. And repeat on the right side. Pull the spine to the right. Pull the fingertips up. Pull the fingertips forward and then release. Tap the heart and expand that heart energy. Release the spine so you spring back to the right. Release the spine and then pull the spine to the right. And then release the spine and pull the palm straight up under the chin. Release the spine and then pull the spine and pull the fingertips out. Big spiral. Leisurely tying the coat. Swivel. Release. Open and close. In last section, fist under elbow. Pull the spine to the right. Release. Drop the right hand and pull the spine to the left. And then release. And come back to center. Bottom hand holding the fist. And pull the spine to the right. Fist under elbow. Breathe in and release the spine and exhale. Let the fist come out and then open and then rise and fold to the right. Pull the spine. Brush the knee. Tap the center, the heart, and keep on turning to the left. Left hand rises. Pull the fingertips forward. Release the spine. Left palm. Keep on turning. Repulse monkey, washing down the arm. Exhale. Leisurely tying the coat. Release. Left palm up. Pull the spine to the right. Let the hand sweep down towards the belly button. Release the spine. Pull the spine straight up with the palm and out. And pull the fingertips in a big sweeping circle. Double palm. Release. One, open and close. Left side. Turn and press and release the spine and open, dropping the left hand. And pull the spine to the right. Release the spine. Left hand makes a fist. And then pull the spine to the left. Fist under elbow. Breathe in. Exhale. Release the spine and let the fist come out and open and start to rise. And pull the spine to the left. Repulse monkey. Brush the right knee. Keep on turning. Breathe in. Fingertips. And then heel of palm. Expand that energy from your heart. And fingertips. Tap the center. And then palm. And expand that energy from your heart. Release. Leisurely time the quote. Release. Pull the spine to the left. Release. Pull the palms straight up under the chin. Tuck the elbows. Pull the fingertips out. And then drag the fingertips in a big spiral. Swivel. Release. Relax. Closing. Lift the sternum. Breathe in. Slowly let everything go. Fingertips are still expanded, being directed down into the earth. Press both feet into the earth and then release one side. You can come back and release the other side. Release the arms, release the fingers. And then open, close, shake them out. Yeah, if you're doing that big stretch, shake it out. Okay. So many different intents you can put on it. And as you're learning, focusing on one is going to throw the others off. That's how it is. Right? So you have to focus on one, don't worry about the rest. And then focus on the next, don't worry about the rest. It's going to throw everything else off. But slowly everything's going to refine and refine and refine. Yeah? So yeah, those last two sections, there's a lot going on. And so when you come up, right, I'm going to pull my spine, right, and then release the spine. And it's going to spring back. And then pull the spine this way, right? So pull the spine and get that little bit more, that expansion, right? And then release the spine. And then I have to pull my spine back this way. I have to come out and then release the spine. And let this fall, and then I'm going to pull my spine this way, right? This comes up. And as I release my spine, I'll spring back to center. And then imagine there's a vacuum pulling my palm up, right? So I release my spine, but something's pulling my palm up. And my elbows are a little bit out. So I have to tuck my elbows. When I tuck my elbows, it's going to push that palm out, right? So I tuck my elbows and I have to turn. So I pull my spine, tuck my elbows, right? My palm starts coming out. And then imagine something pulling my hand out at the same time and then dragging, right? Just whipping my whole body and then relax. So there's so many different energies, right? And where it comes from. Yeah. So I can't remember if I said this in this class. When we play with energy, right? When you start imagining something external moving you, that's push hands. Right? So even though you practice by yourself, it's like shadow boxing, right? You have to pretend there's a partner. But if you just shadow boxing, just pretending something's there, you're not telling yourself to feel. Right? So if I imagine something else pulling my hand up and I'm following, right? Or something pushing my hand down and then relax and follow, or something pushing my hand up and relax and follow. So if Ross helps me, right? That's push hands. So always when you feel that physical touch, you always get kind of shocked, yeah? But if you're already starting to feel that, you realize, oh, that's the feeling, right? So if Ross pushes me, right? That's that energy, right? Now you actually have that concrete, but it's like, oh yeah, So when I practice by myself, that helps the feeling, right? But it's already there. Right? So if I push in, right, and just let go. See that resistance right in there, yeah? And just let go, let go, let go, let go. But if he doesn't turn, right, he's going to get trapped, right? So if you square like this, right? So if he lets go of this, but he doesn't turn, he gets trapped, right? So he has to relax, right? Totally relax everything, right? And if I focus on my spine, then he has to decide which way he wants to turn, right? So if he pulls his spine, right? Totally relax here, and he pulls his spine, that accelerates it, right? Right? If he pulls, right? If he pulls his palm back, right, I just let him suck me back, right? If he pushes, I just let him push, right? From there. So that's what you're playing with. So it translates really well. That's the push hands, yeah? Thank you. Yeah, so when you play with somebody, yeah, you play with the grandkids, right? You always, come on, grab me, touch me, touch me, right? And that's what you're doing, you're manipulating. So you play with the grandkids and you play with any of the kids, right? You can do that, like, that's the intent. And they'll be like, what are you doing? And they love it, right? The younger they are, they love it. Right? You just have to make sure you don't overdo it, right? Where they end up crying. I hate you. Stop it. But that's their feeling. Right? So it's funny when I shake hands, right? I don't do it the manly way, right? All the guys are like, oh, where's your hand grip, right? They all want to test you. And then I just touch, yeah, and let the other person squeeze. And if they think, oh, he's not strong,
Yeah.
right, I'm going to punch him. That's their mistake, right? That's called a feint, right? I've hidden my power. So if they want to attack me, they're going to be over aggressive, right? They can be overconfident. But yeah, I tend to do that. I tend to just go, oh yeah, hi, and just feel, yeah, that's all.
Like you don't mean it,
Yeah.
though. When you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah, it's just, I don't mean it. Oh, see, yeah,
And this little grip.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. You have to be like if it's too light, it's like, oh, you didn't wash your hands. Oh,
Yeah. Your hands dirty.
yeah. Still has to be nice and warm. Yeah, so it can be two hands.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
Yeah. So that can be healing, right? Can be heart energy healing. Can be sensing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So when I see my mom, right, I massage my mom. Now I'm becoming more and more aware. Yet my massager, I'm turning it over. I realize, oh, I have to check underneath. And she's 97. Yeah, she could have bruises all over. I realize, oh, if I don't check, I don't know. If I don't pull up her pants leg, I don't know what condition the skin is in. If I don't take off the socks, I don't see the blood pooling at the bottom of the feet and things, right? And if I'm like this, I'm not going to see anything, right? Because I'm too concerned about everybody. Look at me.
Yeah.
Right? That's what it is. So, yeah. Okay, so if you want to stand up, yes, we got a few minutes. Yeah. You just take you a little bit through the set. We haven't done the set in a long time. You just kind of walk in place. Yeah, we don't have a lot of room, so you could walk forward. Or, yeah. Okay, and then if you want to sit, we're just going to run the set again. Okay, so feet are 45. Right? So feet are. I'll face you first. We'll all go in the same direction. Okay, I have to translate. I'm counting in my head. Let's see. If I go right, I got to go to opposite. So all right. So, yeah. Okay. So if you straighten, right, it's through a stiff. You have to just let that go, and it should be lined up. And relax the bottom of your feet. Try to tuck your tailbone in a little. Relax the hip. Relax the bottom of your feet, and then expand from above. And when I do this, I can feel my feet pressing a little bit more. Open the throat, take a nice deep breath. Let everything go. Right? Start to gather up the chi in the palms. Okay. And then as you breathe in, the hands come up. And bring it to your heart. And then you sink a little bit. Just what's comfortable. Okay. Fold into the hip. Okay. Shift into your right. And sink into the hip until your left foot is free. You pick your left foot and just extend the foot out. Okay. And then sink and turn towards your left foot. Keep shifting your weight into the left and keep on turning and sink into the hip until your right heel picks up. When your right heel picks up, relax into the left foot. And then you can pick up the right foot and bring it up to the left. Okay. One, open and close. From here. Okay. So when you come up, right, you're going to sink into place. Right? I have to turn enough. I have to fold into here so this foot completely releases. When it releases, don't fight. You have to relax as much as possible and just extend. Right? And I'm going to turn to that leg. Right? I'm going to finish that circle and step. I'm going to come back to center and then do an open and close. Yeah. So the more you do it, the more you can get the timing and the shifting. You watch people, you can say, hey, they don't turn that much. Right? They've been practicing a long time, right? Or they're forcing themselves not to turn. But then what am I teaching you? Right? If you don't turn, you're using more muscle than you need, right, to hold your posture here. But if you relax and turn, oh, be careful. Relax and turn, you can relax. And then this leg gets free. So you have to have the turn here. Once you get this, it can look smaller and smaller and smaller, but you'll still have that turn. Yeah. But yeah, I see a lot of, when you watch the videos, a lot of them look like this. You don't see the turn.
Yeah.
But the ones who know, if you watch them, right, when they come up, you're going to see a little bit over here. You watched here, you're going to see a turn here. Right, so the twist here, which creates a twist here, so instead of going all the way, right, they're still folding. Yeah. Right, so you see that spiral start to come up. Yeah. So in the beginning, it's about your balance and learning and to fold. So in the beginning, right, let your body turn. And once you get it, then the upper body will relax, and then it becomes more and more subtle, refinement. Yeah? Refinement. Okay? All right, I'll face my back, so we're all going same direction. Okay, take a breath. And as you exhale, sink a little right into that form. Okay, and then as you're ready, breathe in. Relax the bottom of the feet. Bring it to your heart and sink. Shift to your right. Turn to your right. Freeing the left foot. Step up. Shift to your left. Rolling the palms out and down. Sink into the left. Turn into the left so the right foot is free. And then you can step. Back to center. One, open and close. Come out and in and open and close. Okay, number 4, to shift to your left, sink into the hip and turn, free the right leg, pick up the knee and tap in and out. And sink and press to the right and then open to the left, single width. Okay. And sink on the left, turn to the left so the right foot can tap in. Okay. And small step to the right. You don't have too much room, so just small step. Shift to the right and turn into the right, sink into the right so the left foot can step in a little. And left hand up, right hand down. Turn and sink into the left until the right foot is free. Right? Relax. Just small steps. So you can even just step in place. You can even just walk in place. And then come back to center. Turn a little bit to the left to spiral back, right into an open and close. Okay, then you're going to repeat on the left side. So shift to the right, relax into the hip and turn left until the left foot is free, and step out and single whip press, and then sink into the left and open and shift back into the right. Let the body turn a little to the left so the left foot can be free and tap in, right? And then turn back to the right, left hand up, and then small step to the left. Yeah. Let the fingertips be stretched and pulled upwards. And this is Wan Sau, cloud hands. Pull the spine to the left and then release the spine so you spring back to center. And then pull the spine to the right and sink into the hip. And release the spine and pull the spine to the left. And then come back to center. One, open and close. Okay, shift to the left. Sink all the way into the left hip and then pivot. So your right foot can pivot. Yeah. And then sit on the right and sink into the right hip so your left foot is free, and keep on turning and step with the left, and that's the brush knee. Okay. So the first 6 kind of straightforward, right? The first 3 just really straightforward. The second 3 you're starting to learn how to shift and release the leg, and then we have to do the brush knee. So yeah, it's funny, you know, the way I learned my ego before was like, oh, I should be able to sink on one leg, right? Without shifting here to free this leg and then turning. So I have no weight here, so I can turn and then sit back. But now the way I'm doing it is I have to shift. Like that's how it should be done. It's really interesting. It's just where I am. Yeah? But you can do it where you just sit right back. But if I make you do that now, right, trying to put all your weight on the leg that's turning, you're probably there's gonna be so much friction, I'm gonna screw up everybody's knee. So that's one of the purposes of shifting. So this is 0, right? So when I turn, it just turns with me, and then sit back, right? And there's no resistance, right? So why am I forcing that? Forcing it is application. Well, like if I don't want my face here, right? I need my face back here and pivot. Or I can just step away. But what if I'm trapped against a wall? Right? If the situation gets more and more extreme, I need to have more and more options, more and more skills. But that's not what we're doing. So why am I creating all that resistance? Okay, so you shift to one side, and then what did I say? Let yourself turn. Okay? So if you shift to one side and turn, right, this leg releases, and if you turn, you'll just follow your turn. Okay? You just pivot on the heel, right? So here, come in the middle so the back people can see it. Okay? So if I shift to my left, so my right toe is coming up, right? And if I turn into my left, and I just let my right foot follow, right? So my right foot will turn. So the more I turn, the more my right foot will turn. Yeah, before I used to have to really force this leg to turn. Like if I wanted to turn that much, right? Now I realize, oh, just let, yeah, just I have to fold here for the right foot to turn. I have to sink into, still going that way. Yeah, so if I want this foot to turn, this leg to turn, I have to focus on the other side. I have to relax in here and just let this go. Yeah. So turning this leg means turning into the other hip and just letting this leg follow. Yeah. Then if I force a little bit more turn, I get a really huge turn from there. Yeah. So I sit on my left, right? I fold and I turn enough so my back leg is 45 to the corner. Then I sit back on the back leg and then there's a small little turn to the right. A small little turn to the right so I can release my left foot. And then I can turn back to the left. Yeah. Nobody's going to see those small turns, right? You're going to hold it there. You're going to hold it, not turn, struggle, step. Oh, I can do it. Oh, my legs are so strong. My legs not strong. I want to make it easier for me. Yeah. So you have to turn, release the other leg. Right? So there's that small little turn, right? So you shift to the left, sink into the left, free the right, fold into the left so the right foot can turn, sit back on the right foot and turn a little into the right, fold into the right, and then the left will release, and then I can turn back to the left and brush the knee on the left side. Okay, you got to try that. Okay, so, and that's why you can see, oh, that's why people are moving like this. Okay? Even if you're always turning right, there's little left turns, there's little clicks in there to release, otherwise it won't release. Okay, so you shift on your left, right? Release the right, right? Turn into your left until the right foot is face 45, then sit back on the right, and then you have to turn back a little to release that leg, and then you can turn. Yeah. So if you don't have that small little turn outside, that foot doesn't release by itself, and you're muscling that. It looks real small, yeah? It's just a small step, so you're never going to see it, but you are muscling. Right? So if I'm pulling one way, right, and I release, my body springs back, right, and then I pull it the other way, and then it springs back. So in this part here, where we're doing this, and then this whole move here looks like it's only center, right? So what is the waist doing? You let that spring, right? It's that bobblehead. You hit it once, and you just let it go. So it's covering, right? And then I release the spine, it springs back, and then I pull the spine a little bit more, it comes out, and then I release the spine, it comes back center, and it's just going to start oscillating back center, and then I just let it go, right? And let it go, and just let it go. Yeah. And I can just have small little in there. Yeah. But if I don't let it go, you know, that shoot, then it's going to stop. Right? I'm going to come out and like, oh, I've turned a little bit, turn a little bit, turn a little bit, turn a little bit. So if I'm, right? So just flat palms, right? So if I want to push Ross back and I really want to walk back, really it's not two sides straight like this, right? Really, that oscillation will be like, right? You have that vibration, yeah? When you're trying to loosen something up, right? You have to like wiggle, right? Sometimes, can, but usually it's like, release, and then it's like, come on! You have to loosen it up. So that's where you see this type of like, that wiggle comes up. So you have to let your body move. You have to, that drawing up. Those little, right? That's just amplification snaps into those folds. That's all it is, right? So if you never let your body fold all the way, right, how can you let that come out? Yeah, from there. Okay. All right. What time is it? Oh, okay. We gotta end. Oh, hi. Hey. Yeah, visiting these people at Kahalanui yesterday, and you look so young. I said, I gotta go Medicare next year. I'm like, what? I'm holding off on my Social Security. I cannot do early withdrawal. I already did that on my state, so I'm trying to hold back here. Yeah. All I can say is, I've been with my girlfriend for probably 30 years, but never married. Right? I have grandkids, but really they're not, genetically mine. Yeah. Well, depending on how far back you go, right? If you go back to Africa and cavemen, yeah, we already did it. But I get in my stress now. Yeah. I told you, right? Like, I take pictures in the sunlight and I look at the pictures and, I didn't know I had a halo. Past the Grecian. Past the shoe polish. Extend the legs, relax, right? Head lightly suspended. Feet falling into the earth. Just lightly, just let them go. And relax the hip, the tailbone, the spine. Relax the shoulders. Relax the throat and the chest. And feel the lower belly expand and relax by itself. Any distractions, just bring yourself back to your meditation. Acknowledge them first. Remember to see that sun feeding energy down through your head into that little sun in your chest, warm and cool, smiling. Relax all the facial muscles. Okay, slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together, and nice and loose. Fingers in and out of each other, a little circular movement. Loosen up the fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Warm up the eyes. Okay, and then brush the scalp. Just the fingertips. And tap. Okay, back of the neck, pull. Okay, just the fingertips, pull. Pull these muscles. And just drop the hands. Yeah. Okay, kapu. Anybody need a small wooden bed? Seriously, they moved my mom to the hospital bed, yeah? So she's got, when she moved up here and she moved there, she bought a small little wooden frame bed. So I gotta go measure it. I don't remember if it's a single or a double. No, it's not a double. It's either single or full or something. Yeah, yeah. And then it can take apart. So I'm going to take it apart before I throw it in my car. It has two drawers underneath. They just slide out. Yeah. If you need or you know anybody who needs, just let me know. Because otherwise, if I can't find somebody to donate it to, I'm just going to dump it. Yeah. And it's got two mattresses. It's kind of interesting. It's got the wood slats, but then, you know, I can't remember because it's so long ago. Yeah, when she first got it, I never really saw it taken apart and put together. But then it has a flat top, a plyboard flat frame, right? So the mattress doesn't go on the slats. There's a flat, and there's a regular mattress, and then I didn't realize there's a thicker folding mattress. I don't know if it's a cooling. It's heavy. It's heavier than the regular box spring. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just on the hardboard, I don't know how. I said,
oh man, that's tough. Yeah.
all his life.
You know, the box to sleep on a flat. You put. When we grew up, we had a family friend build the kids' bed. Even my mom, guys, it was just flat, yeah, and foam mattress. Yeah. So when I had to switch to the box spring, oh, it was not comfortable for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not comfortable. And my mom just sold all the covers in it and everything. But yeah, if you know anybody, yeah, let me know, because somewhere over the next couple of days, I gotta get it out of there, and I'm gonna bring it to my garage, and you know, I'm gonna end up throwing it on Facebook or Craigslist, and yeah, I gotta get rid of it. Yeah, and it's in fine shape. Yeah. So yeah, let me know, please. Nobody's excited like, oh, I could use it. Oh. Okay, hands up and down. Oh, and please hydrate. Oh, goodness. It is so hot. It's so humid.